Hey, what's up, everybody? Jackson here from First Class Business and VisionProsLive.com. We're in the middle of making sure that we're maximizing AI just like most of you are. And one of the tools I didn't know about until now was Duet AI for Google Workspace. Now, we don't have access to this yet, but it's a game changer for businesses, especially businesses like mine, where we have English speakers as well as fluent Spanish speakers who don't speak English. They've been using AI for different capacities. You can still request a trial of this, and I imagine they're just getting a lot of people who want to use it. So let me walk you through some of the things, though, that caught my attention, made me say, we really need to get this sooner than later. The ability in slides to be able to create imagery, for instance. I used to have designers who would come in and make adjustments. And sometimes I found that AI is really good at generating original content, like this giraffe in front of the Eiffel Tower that was requested in watercolor. But it's not as good at the details of capturing how to combine designs through slides or make them look consistent. Maybe this AI is different, so I'm excited to try it. But having the nuance of like your brand integrity and brand identity captured slide across slide, I have a feeling that's going to be a little bit harder for it to do. But turning Google Documents into Actions or Google Sheets in this case, an agenda for one-day sales kickoff. I love how they describe this event with session descriptions and status. That is amazing. And what a base. That saves the person who's trying to organize this anywhere between 15 minutes and 2 hours, or it empowers somebody who has no idea how to do that to get that done without having to know how to format spreadsheets in and of itself. It becomes a teacher slash mentor slash immediate sidekick to get it done for you. And that's going to level people's ability to learn and utilize tools up in ways that are incomprehensible. Your VAs will become that much more balanced and good at what they do just with these types of tools. Google Meet, I'm not going to go into that one too much. The building blocks and docs, this is about creating a job description for regional sales rep, right? And that's all they left in this particular instance was create a job description for regional sales rep. And it's pretty neat how doing the job post for that gives you a structured format as well as all the information that you need. It's going to make companies like mine freak out a little bit because now all of our templates are far less important than they felt like they were before. But that's for the companies who have no idea how to actually help you grow. If they're just basing their value off the templates, then they're probably not very good at what they do to begin with. The real quality of a business consultant and the person who's helping you is not the fact that they can dive into the system and click buttons. It's the fact that they understand the nuance behind strategy, emotional intelligence, and working with people in order to inspire them to really understand the depths of your brand and culture. That's what's going to continue to drive businesses to win. And it's why there's such a very, very small fraction, small percentage, less than 1% of companies that are actually doing well. Helping us unleash our creativity while increasing productivity, just some testimonials on that. But those alone, if those were just maximized within an operations department and a marketing department or a sales department by themselves, that would be enough. The reason why I was looking this up was because I said, you know what? I just hired an executive assistant and she's going to be drafting emails for me. But what if I could plug in an automated AI that could draft all of my emails for me immediately when I get a response from somebody, right? That way it's in my inbox, it's ready to go. Maybe that AI could be trained to read all of my previous emails too, to see my style and to see the evolution of my style over time. How powerful would that be? It would be such a game changer. My email capabilities would go through the roof because now all I have to do is proofread, make sure that it's in line with what I would normally say, or it improves upon the fact that I'm not very good at addressing people who are upset with my brand or who get turned down from being on my show. And now I've got a much more diplomatic asset and ultimately PR protector with lots of PR experience to pull from other programs out there, other contributors to the AI that helps me make sure that the integrity of our brand is protected and well presented, regardless of the circumstance, even if I don't have as much experience in that particular scenario, especially when it comes to quality control and people who are upset. That can be a very hard situation to know how is it that I'm going to respond to this individual? So AI has got some amazing superpowers involved. Now I'll give one more superpower that I'm really excited about because of the scalable nature of our brand. We have assets that we can give to people for free. And so there's a lot of people that are sending marketing automations to us, and they're awful. And you get them all the time too. All these people who are spamming. Now here's the reality. 99% of those people have good intent. They're not trying to harm you. They just suck at marketing. That's just the truth. They're just not good at it. And they usually have hired somebody else to do that for them too. And now we're not here to burn anybody at the stake or crucify anybody. What I'm saying is the opportunity that exists is to ultimately present a reverse pitch. And in this case, if I could get an AI to effectively and efficiently respond back, hi, thank you for contacting us. Due to the fact that you've presented an offer without even knowing who we are is a massive red flag that your campaigns not only aren't effective for us and you don't really care about who our brand is, it also shows us that you don't really care about the market that you're serving. And it's very important to make adjustments like that. We have programs designed to help with just that, help you rediscover what it means to connect with your audience, build a brand that matters, etc., etc. Why don't you join us in our Power Launch program? And by the way, here's a free trial access. You can see how it is we go about building our solutions, right? That type of a nurturing response to a situation, a reality where, again, these individuals, it doesn't matter where they're at, if they're in Africa or India or here in the United States, there's no region that is evil in the world. They're, again, all people who are trying to level up and find opportunities. They're all people who are trying to make a living. And when the reality of the world is that, especially even in the United States, one of the best economic, most successful countries in the world, and we've still got a 96% failure rate over 10 years in business and a 4% survival rate. Don't confuse that. That does not mean 4% are successful and amazing and win at all. No. If you want to find the most successful companies, the ones that are actually successful, you would have to look at the best places to work in the United States. If you look that up and see which are the best places to work, that list is likely a strong list of companies that is actually succeeding. At the same time, that's only a handful of variables in a very complex set of equations. I say complex, it's like math. Math is simple, but the more you add the simplicity, the more simple formulas to it, the more complex it becomes. The same is true in business. There's a lot of easy recipes that are simple to follow, but when you want to run a restaurant and execute those recipes all at once, for the right customers at the right time, at the right temperature, therein lies the complexity. So anybody who ever tells you that business is easy, I know for a fact that they're either lying to you, manipulating you, or manipulating themselves, and their arrogance and ignorance is going to ultimately hold them back. They're not going to cross that line. They may look like it on paper, but their formula, if they're telling you that that's going to work for you, it's not likely true. There's more nuances in that. That's why it's so critical that we find these types of tools to help maximize our productivity by taking out and by taking care of many of the things that normally we would have to do on our own. Let's go back to the 1800s. There's this great book series I read as a kid, Jimmy Spoon, and he was a mail carrier by horse through the Wild West. Very dangerous stories about how he did that. That used to be the only way you could send emails, right? So just because we replaced Jimmy Spoon with a new style of United States Postal Service to get information to and from, one, it didn't eliminate the Jimmy Spoons from the world. Two, it didn't eliminate the need for and the desire for horses in the world. It simply allowed us to focus our attention on new productivity and new priorities, or new procrastinations and new distractions. At the end of the day, the choice is yours. And whatever your integrity level is, your virtue levels are, that's going to carry you to the new types of activities available to you as you begin to adopt tools that start taking care of some of the mundane tasks in your life that you'll no longer be accountable to have to do to the same degree that you do now. And that's absolutely a blessing to all of us. So if you found this video insightful and helpful, then, of course, you share it with others. Let us know in the comments what your experience is too. If you know of better tools than this, tools that we should be integrating, by all means, use your expertise. Let us know in the comments. Don't hesitate to link to your stuff as well. We don't mind that. We know that the more the merrier. The law of abundance is what we follow, and we know that there's lots of great providers who have great solutions. And if you have any feedback for us, by all means, feel free to leave that too. Lastly, if you'd like to subscribe for more business growth tips to understand what types of nuances businesses overlook and how you can maximize what is it you do, then you'll of course get updates from us as we come out with new strategies and new systems to help our clients and the people who follow us win. Thank you so much for your time. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.